Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and I'm here on day one of my time with the OnePlus 8 Pro. And guys, we're going to do this one a little bit different. So instead of doing a big full 18-minute review, I'm going to be doing daily videos on this phone. There's so much I have to talk about, and it is just the stunning glacial green version. Look at this thing in the lighting. It is incredible. And let me show you guys first off what I wasn't able to show you yesterday, the version that I got. And here you can see it's the 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage version. This is the China version of the phone. Now, what does that mean? I'll go into more in depth with that later. But for now, all you need to know is that this is the OnePlus 8 Pro. And let's see what's inside the box. So let's set the phone aside right here and lift this up. And by the way, this red box is just stunning. Once you get a bit more lighting, it is almost like a neon red. I just love the color OnePlus is using now for their boxes. And this is where the phone came. It literally showed up like this. So let's lift the flap now. And look what we have underneath. We have the TPU case, but I do like this never settle that's written on the back. That's a nice touch, but it's just the traditional TPU case we've seen from OnePlus. And we have the USB-C cable, classic red OnePlus cable. Now let's open this little box and see what is inside. And as you can see, it's all in Chinese because this is the China version of the phone, but this is not. This is actually in English. Stickers. Wow, nice. My friends call me for tech support. I love that. And a big OnePlus logo. That is pretty cool. And that is a new addition here to the OnePlus 8 unboxing experience. I really like that. And this is one that's probably going to be written in Chinese, so I'm not going to go ahead and open it now. I'm sure you've seen it on a number of other unboxings, but here is the SIM ejector tool. And now we lift this flap, and what do we have in here? Here it is, the Warp Charge 30T. Here it is, the OnePlus Warp Charge 30T charger. And as this is the China version, you can see there, 30 watts though, max charging. In the Android world, OnePlus offers one of the most special unboxing experiences, and I absolutely love unboxing OnePlus products here on the channel. So shout out to OnePlus for another awesome unboxing experience here of the OnePlus 8 Pro. And now let's fly through these specs because I want to get to this special comparison between the Mi 10 Pro and the Redmi K30 Pro. So in terms of design, we have an 8.5mm device, 199 grams, and I gotta give OnePlus some credit here. They've actually stuck below the 200 gram mark, so this phone will feel lighter and just more comfortable in the hand than even something like the K30 Pro, 218 grams, quite a bit more. And I said it yesterday and I'll say it again, this is the most beautiful back on any phone that I've ever seen. And it's not just because I'm a fan of green phones, it is just stunning. I showed this to my wife. She loves the translucent nature of it and the fact that it is a matte back. And while I typically feel that matte aluminum edges are a little bit less premium, they just somehow work on this phone. And from the sides, power button, and the OnePlus alert slider, to this nice kind of flat but ridged top, volume rocker, USB-C, and the speakers. It is just a gorgeous device, guys. Bezels are tiny top and bottom. And in terms of design, guys, this may be the best design phone of the year so far. And now, yes, the left placement of the punch hole might be annoying for some of you, but it is one of the smallest punch holes I've seen on a phone this year. And for me, it's a non-issue. The bigger issue for me is actually the curved edges of this display. And for the display, we have a 6.78-inch Quad HD 120 Hz refresh rate, and the display is just stunning, guys. I mean, it's up there with the Galaxy S20 Ultra. I consider this the probably second best display, maybe only to that Ultra that I've seen this year. And on my first day of testing, guys, we'll be testing QHD Plus 120 Hz refresh rate. So I will be reporting back on battery life experience. I have my main SIM in this phone, so it's going to be an interesting day of testing here. 120 Hz is gorgeous. It is buttery smooth. There's no denying that. You just feel it when you're using this phone, that it is one of the smoothest experiences you've ever used on any device. I definitely noticed a jump from 60 to 90 Hz, but 90 to 120 is a bit harder for me to discern. That may be different for each of you out there, so you'll have to just go into a store and check this out and see, does that 120 Hz really make a difference? And here you see YouTube playback on the OnePlus 8 Pro. And yes, the curved edges are a bit of a nuisance to me, but you know what? They're reminding me of the curved edges that we've seen on the Oppo Reno 3 Pro, which I tested earlier this year. The blueprint for what I hoped this OnePlus 8 Pro would be. And guess what? They listened. They delivered a curvature that, while pretty pronounced, is a very small curve, and it doesn't really affect viewing experience as much as I expected. So overall, a great experience. The colors just pop off this display on this OnePlus 8 Pro. And performance-wise, guys, 12 GB, 256 gigs of storage, UFS 3.0. This is the top of the line, as I mentioned yesterday. And yes, as this is the China version, it is running Hydrogen OS, but it's essentially Oxygen OS without Google Apps. And the minute you install Google Apps, you basically have the same operating system as you would on the US version of the phone. And you can see right here, I actually switched from the Hydrogen OS icons to Oxygen OS. Now, I like the circular ones a lot better. There we go. But one thing I have checked out here is DRM Info. L1 here on the China version. So just like the Mi 10 Pro, this China version of the phone has L1 out of the box. Oh yeah. And now a quick audio test with the dual speakers on this phone. Let me bring the mic down and have a listen. And what can I say? Wow, wow, wow. That was actually a lot better than I expected on this OnePlus 8 Pro. The bass is clear. The mids are clear. There's a clear stereo separation. And I think these may be up there with the Mi 10 Pro as some of the best speakers I've heard on a phone this year. So kudos to OnePlus. Wow, I did not expect such a great result here in this audio speaker test. And as I mentioned, guys, still in the early testing of this phone, but talking about battery life, we have a 4,510 milliampere capacity, and this is capable of that Warp Charge 30T fast charging, but it's also capable with the proprietary wireless charger from OnePlus of Warp Charge wireless charging. I don't have that accessory with me, and I know it's pretty pricey, around 70 something bucks, but for now, I have fully charged this phone. As of this morning, you see we're at 95%. I'm going to be testing today at QHD 120 Hertz, and we'll see how it goes with the main SIM card, using data, using Wi-Fi. I will report back to you guys later this evening on my results. And the fingerprint scanner on this OnePlus 8 Pro is plenty fast. It has had zero accidental inputs, and it is just going in super fast. Maybe a little bit slower than the Realme X2 Pro still, but at the same time, it's got these really nice animations when you go in, which I don't mind the millisecond of extra time to wait for that to come in. And last but not least, we have the cameras on this OnePlus 8 Pro, and it's a quad camera setup on this phone. We have the main 48 megapixel f1.8 IMX689, so the same one that we see on the Find X2 Pro, but then we also have, this is the crazy part, the ultra wide is the Sony IMX586, the same sensor that was the main sensor of the OnePlus 7 Pro and 7T series last year. Incredible. And unlike the regular OnePlus 8, we do have an 8 megapixel telephoto on this Pro version of the phone, and that 5 megapixel color filter camera. But as of right now, I have some samples to share with you from yesterday. Have a look at these photo samples taken in the evening and these video samples, and let me know what you think in the comments. rear-facing video on the OnePlus 8 Pro, 4K 30 FPS, and super stable is on, guys. I don't know when you turn it as quickly as I'm turning it that it stays very stable, but once you start moving a little bit in a straight line, it's looking a lot better. But hit me up in the comments, what do you think? And this is front-facing video on the OnePlus 8 Pro, and it's looking pretty good. It's coming to kind of late afternoon, early evening here in Hong Kong, so I'm wondering how the lighting is doing. But I don't expect a bad video here for this price OnePlus. I'm sure it's incredible, but hit me up in the comments, what do you think? And here you see, guys, the OnePlus 8 Pro next to the Mi 10 Pro and the Redmi K30 Pro. Now, at this time, this Mi 10 Pro is a loaner unit, and it is having a little bit of a software issue. I don't want to go into detail about it, but all I can say is that I'm waiting to do the full comparison with my own unit of this phone. But for now, consider this a preview of that upcoming triple comparison, guys. It's going to be a good one. Initial thoughts between these phones. I asked the question yesterday, is this OnePlus 8 Pro really worth two of these Redmi K30 Pros? There's a lot of stuff this phone has that this one doesn't. 120 Hz refresh rate, 60 Hz. QHD, Full HD. Wireless charging, no wireless charging. And yet, as you can see right here, a lot of you will immediately point to the bezel-less beauty here of the K30 Pro and point to the ugly notch here, as you notch haters say, on this OnePlus 8 Pro. You're going to jump to this K30 Pro just because of that, no matter what. And in the case of the Mi 10 Pro versus OnePlus 8 Pro, you do have a similar punch hole cutout, but what is different? QHD, Full HD, 120 Hz, 90 Hz. But honestly, guys, when I saw the Hong Kong pricing of this OnePlus 8 Pro and I was comparing it here to the Mi 10 Pro, I just look at both of these phones now, and you're going to get this Mi 10 Pro now officially in Hong Kong on Tuesday for 6,000 Hong Kong dollars. That is a terrific deal. Now, if you can pick up a China version of the phone, but right now, I'm going to hold my judgment until I have my own review unit. I will, however, say for now that as gorgeous as this OnePlus device is, as amazing as the display is, this Mi 10 Pro is punching well above its weight class, and it is offering an even better value for a flagship device in 2020. But that's it for this video, and for now, there's no final initial verdict on this OnePlus 8 Pro, because today is the day we'll be doing a lot of this testing, but the initial impressions, guys, are very good. Is this phone worth its price tag of $900 US in the States, or even more in other countries? My initial feelings are that yes, it might actually get there, but I need this full day of testing to give a real final initial verdict of this phone. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a pretty intense couple of days of testing with this OnePlus 8 Pro, but hit me up with any questions, any comments you have about this phone, and I will be happy to answer those as I continue testing out this incredible device from OnePlus. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up, and if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. And stay tuned, guys. PUBG Showdown, a number of these other things coming on the Day 2 video tomorrow. Stay tuned. It's going to be fun. So that's it. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.